What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. The main theme in this video is meetings, and meetings. Firstly, Lewandowski will have a meeting with Bayern Munich in the next few days, whereas agent Zahavi will present the Bayern Munich board with Barcelona's offer. We have those details, contract length, and also salary as well. And Lewandowski will push for that move if he does not renew his contract with Bayern Munich, which at the moment looks very, very unlikely. But Barcelona have also set a target in the left back position. The number one priority now is Grimaldo, being scheduled with his agent right now. He does have his contract until June 2023 with Benfica. 1 year left. The club want to sell him, and Grimaldo wants to leave, and his top priority is to come to Barcelona, with Javi Galan being the backup option if that Grimaldo operation fails. But of course, with players coming in, players will have to leave, but one player who won't leave the club this summer is Frenkie De Jong. He is untouchable despite some reports. Right now he feels very uncomfortable at Barcelona after the sacking of Ronald Koeman, but sooner rather than later he will adapt and the club see him as untransferable. But of course, everyone has their price, and we will talk about those details. And finally, a huge contract renewal update on Ousmane Dembele. Mateu Alemany had a meeting with Moussa Sissoko last night, and the agreement is slowly but surely getting closer. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes on this video. Be very much appreciated. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. For like the third week in a row, of course, the first player that we have been linked with is Robert Lewandowski, and it will be a very, very key week for his future. Coming in from Blind in Germany, they've come out saying that according to Lewandowski's entourage, the striker will well consider a move this summer, and Bayern Munich sporting director's words that Lewandowski is not for sale, and if no agreement is reached, did not go down well with the players. So what Bayern Munich are coming out with in the media about Lewandowski's future is not going down well with Robert. Sport Bild came out saying a meeting between Bayern Munich and Lewandowski's agent Zahavi will be taking place at some point this week, possibly even today. They will talk about the contract renewal, and Bayern Munich also assumed that Zahavi will present an offer from Barcelona for the striker. So over the next few days, Lewandowski and Bayern Munich will meet, and Barcelona will indeed have an impact on this meeting, because yesterday Mateu Alemany met with the agent of Lewandowski, Zahavi, in Barcelona. Gerard Romero came out saying that Alemany informed Zahavi that Barcelona will be willing to spend around 30 to 35 million euros for Lewandowski and offer him a 2-year contract plus another season option, which of course adds up to the 3 years that Lewandowski does want. The club asked Zahavi to put pressure on Bayern Munich, and he will meet with them soon and present Barcelona's offer in that contract renewal meeting with Bayern Munich. And Robert Lewandowski currently earns 12.5 million annually at Bayern Munich. If he signs for Barcelona, he will receive a lower salary than his current one. Now, in yesterday's video, I told you guys about the reports that Lewandowski will accept a pay cut to join Barcelona, and now that it's confirmed by Gerard Romero. Right now, 12.5 of course million per year is about 240k a week right now Lewandowski earns at Bayern Munich. He will bring that down to join Barcelona. This deal right now is picking up, man. I cannot lie. This meeting this week with Bayern Munich and Lewandowski will be crucial. In that meeting, his agent Zahavi will say, look, here's Barcelona's offer. Either, you match this and we'll stay at Bayern Munich, or we will leave and go to Barcelona this summer. Alemany presented everything to Zahavi yesterday, and over the next few days, Zahavi will meet with Bayern Munich to show that offer and give Bayern Munich the ultimatum. This is picking up, man. This is very much so picking up. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But there is another report about another Bayern Munich player that we like as well, and that is Lucas Hernandez. Alberto Ro from Sport came out saying that Barcelona dream of signing Lucas Hernandez. He can play as a left back and a left center back. The player has a great memories of La Liga, has a contract with Bayern Munich until June 2024. The big obstacle will be Bayern Munich's asking price. So Barcelona also like Lucas Hernandez, but that deal will not happen. They will ask for too much money, and also Bayern Munich do not want to sell him whatsoever. So the main Bayern Munich player that we do want is Robert Lewandowski, and over the next few days we will get some more concrete news about him. I think Romano also came out saying that nothing between Barcelona and Bayern Munich right now. Those two clubs are not talking. It's all now between Zahavi. He's now connecting Bayern Munich and Barcelona together, and in that meeting with Bayern Munich, it will be crucial as he will present Barcelona's offer to Bayern. So I'll have to wait and see. Again, it's all in the hands of Bayern Munich. They have the upper hand. If they renew Lewandowski, he will stay. Otherwise, Barcelona is in pole position to sign him. Now, along with Lewandowski, another attacker that we have been heavily linked with over the past 24 hours is Raphinha. Javi Galan from AES came out saying that Barcelona are in advanced talks with Raphinha and will look to bring him in the summer as a replacement for Adama Traore, who we'll talk about later on in the video. But Romano came out saying that still no talks are taking place between Barcelona and Leeds United for Raphinha. There have only been talks with Raphinha's entourage, i.e. Deco, who of course has a great relationship with Barcelona, more specifically Joan Laporta. The player is really tempted by Barcelona, but is currently focused on Leeds. Again, it will have a big impact on whether or not Leeds get relegated. If they get relegated, I think Raphinha 95% chance will join Barcelona, but if they stay up, it will be a bit more difficult. Remember, Jordan Romero said in yesterday's video there is a 75% chance that Raphinha joins Barcelona this summer, and that's because Adama Traore will most likely leave at the end of the season. I think Raphinha is a fantastic player, but I wouldn't overpay for him. Again, if they get relegated, 25 million euros flat, we'll pay that, no problem. But if they stay up, I wouldn't pay more than 40, 45, because again, it's still a big risk. He's a great player doing well in a very, very strong league, but still coming in age 25, Brazilian. There is that expectation. I wouldn't go above 50, to be honest. So we'll wait and see what Barcelona do. Right now, he is the top priority in that winger position, with Lewandowski being the top priority in the striker position, as Barcelona want to bolster their attack and, of course, sign marquee players this summer. Now, along with the attack, the club want to also reinforce the defense this summer as well. And over the past few hours, Mateu Alemany had a secret meeting with an agent to sign another center back for Barcelona alongside Andreas Christensen. But right now, that center back is unknown. No one knows who it is except for one man, Gerard Romero. He knows who it is. He will not leak it though. All he's told us so far is that it's not a Spanish center back. That's all we know. Mateo Morito came out saying that Juventus consider him De Ligt as non-transferable and a fundamental piece for the club's future. So it's not De Ligt either. He will not be leaving Juventus this summer. But there was a big name that came out over the past 24 hours, and that is Romagnoli. He is, of course, a free agent. I think it was AS. I think it was Javi Galan actually saying that, oh, Romagnoli is that mystery center back. He's going to come to Barcelona. Him and Araujo will be the star center back, yada, yada, yada. But Gerard Romero, who 100% knows who the center back is, said that Romagnoli is not the center back that Barcelona are negotiating for. So right now, currently, we still have no idea, but no doubt Barcelona are in talks, in advanced talks actually, to sign another center back. I'm still kind of hoping it's Lisandro Martinez from Ajax. I think he'd be a fantastic pick, cheap, versatile, and knows the Barcelona system and style as well. I think Romagnoli, by the way, would be a great center back, especially on a free deal, but right now the center back department, we're kind of stocked. Araujo, Eric Garcia, Piqué, Christensen, and now this new mystery center back. And of course, we still have to get rid of Umtiti Lenglet and Mengueta. So Romagnoli coming in is still difficult. I still would take him for sure, but he's not that mystery center back. So I'll have to wait and see what that name is. Again, it's not Romagnoli, it's not De Ligt, and it's also not a Spanish center back. Now, along with a center back, the club want to also reinforce the full back position, more specifically Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba has not had competition in years, but finally this summer, it could be that time. Alex Grimaldo right now is the top priority to come in that left back position, and currently there is a 70% chance he will join Barcelona this summer. Firstly, the news broke from Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo. He came out saying that Barcelona have restarted talks with Alex Grimaldo's entourage. They plan to have a meeting soon. He wants to return to Barcelona, and he is one of the club's most desired left backs. He's out of contract next summer in June 2023, and the price won't be that much. According to the Portuguese media, Benfica want to sell Grimaldo for around 10 million euros, and also Barcelona reserved a 50% future rights sale from back in 2016. Grimaldo does not want to renew with Benfica and prioritizes a return to Barcelona over other clubs. Oh my god, please. This might be the best left back signing since we signed Jordi Alba back in 2012. I promise you. Along with Gaia, for me, Grimaldo is up there in that left back category. I think he's fantastic. Of course, another Spanish player, but I think for me, he is a top quality player and also available for very, very cheap as well. And Gerard Romero came out back in that statement as well, saying Alejandro Grimaldo only thinks about returning to Barcelona and will not extend his contract with Benfica, which of course ends next summer. His entourage has let the media know this. Now it remains to be seen if Barcelona make a move for him or not. We have got to make a move for him, man. This is a top quality left back, available for cheap, Spanish, former Barcelona player, knows the system, knows La Masia, knows the style of Barcelona. You can't go wrong with this. And of course, at Benfica, he has been doing fantastically well. No doubt the best left back in the Portuguese league and also in the Champions League. He's been playing very well as well. In the Europa League when Benfica were there as well. He's been top quality for them over the past few years. And for me at Barcelona, I think he would do the exact same and does have potential to take over Jordi Alba. Maybe not next season, but the season after that. But of course, Barcelona, they do have a backup option, and that backup option is Javi Galan. Now, Sport have come out with a ridiculous statement saying that Javi Galan continues to be an option for Barcelona. Celta Vigo can sell him for a price of around 10 million euros. So Galan and Grimaldo are going to be the same price, but Grimaldo is head and shoulders better than Galan. But Sport came out saying the price can be reduced by including players like Ricky Puig or Martin Braithwaite in the deal, but Celta cannot afford their wages, and that is the main problem. Can reduce the price? Excuse me, I'm not gonna give Ricky Puig or Martin Braithwaite and put money on top of that for Javi Galan. Get that out of my face. You want to do a straight swap? Okay, if you don't get Grimaldo, I would swap Ricky Puig for Galan or Braithwaite for Galan, sure, but I'm not putting money on top of that. I'm not going Ricky Puig 5 million for Galan. Celta Vigo must be out of their mind, but again, coming from Sport, not too reliable. But Gerard Romero came out saying that Barcelona's priority option for the left back position is Alejandro Grimaldo, 100% confirmed, and the second option is Javi Galan. For me, I'm absolutely okay with that. But for me, we got to go pushing out for Grimaldo. I think he's a fantastic left back, great for the system, and of course, can take over Jordi Alba. I think Javi Galan, there's question marks about him whether or not he can take over Jordi Alba. I think Grimaldo definitely has the potential, and we've seen that over the recent years. So I'll have to wait and see what happens. But again, Grimaldo top priority for left back position with Galan as the backup. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly is Adama Traore. Javi Miguel from AES came out saying that it is really difficult for Adama Traore to continue at Barcelona next season. Wolves are not in favor of swapping Trincao, and Barcelona do not want to pay that 24 million euro buy option. Moreover, Adama has lost prominence recently. Now that is quite clear. Since his big, first month at Barcelona, 5 assists, he's been playing well. He's barely played. That is one thing. And number two, the club don't think it's worth it. And I personally do agree with that. Although I think Adama offers something unique, I would rather have him than Trincao in the squad, 100% confirmed. But the price is just not worth it in my opinion. I would pay maybe 15, maybe 20 with maybe variables included, but I think 24, 30, upwards of 30 is a bit too much for Adama. And also if you add just an extra 10 million euros on top of that, you can get a high quality player and much better player in Raphinha. It sucks for Adama. I think watch out for another loan. I think if Barcelona failed to get Raphinha, they may offer Wolves another loan for Adama for the rest of the season with a buy obligation for next season, maybe for around 15 or 20, something like that. So keep your eyes on that with Trincao. Probably going to go out on loan back to Portugal, and we're going to try to sell him as best as we can. But most likely at this current moment, Adama Traore's future is not in Barcelona. Now, a player who has been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours, but no doubt still has a future at the club, is Frenkie De Jong. And eSport 3 came out saying that Frenkie De Jong wants to stay at Barcelona, but he would accept to leave the club if they really want to sell him due to the financial conditions. Bayern Munich and PSG are monitoring his situation. Now, what's come out in the media over the past 24 hours about Frenkie De Jong is a bit strange. Apparently, they come out saying that Ronald Koeman's sacking had a massive impact on him. He's lost some, power in the dressing room, not, him being the heavyweight, more so him having courage and the determination in his play. Apparently he misses Koeman very much. He hasn't had that impact that he did with Koeman with Xavi. All load of crap in my opinion. I think this is just non-Spanish bias from the media. Every time a non-Spanish player plays for Barcelona, they go in on him. Now Semedo, Andre Gomes, you look at those players in the past, it's the same thing now. With Spanish players, they give chances. I will put this out there. I think Ferran Torres has played worse since he signed for Barcelona than Frenkie De Jong in that time period. I'll be completely honest. He still had some goals, got some assists, but in that time frame, I think Frenkie De Jong overall played better than Ferran Torres. And yet, Ferran Torres is all quiet and Frenkie De Jong is getting attacked. But we do have some positive news, and this is coming in from Jordi Cruyff, who spoke to the media and was asked about Frenkie De Jong. He came out saying that Frenkie De Jong is a highly valued player within the club and the world of football, and this is not the time to talk about these kinds of things. So again, he's at some charity event, asked about Frenkie De Jong, said look, he's highly valued at the club and the world of football as well. Remember, Frenkie De Jong is on the front of the Camp Nou. You think we're just going to sell him easily? With the club's financial situation though, anything can happen. If someone puts in an offer, for example, for Marc-Andre Ter Stegen for 80 million euros. You've seen Xavi, absolutely loving him in the media. Xavi does not want to get rid of him. If someone offers 80 million euros for Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, let's say Manchester United, the club will study it, the club will analyze it, and they probably will accept it. The same thing for Frenkie De Jong. There are so many players in the squad that are transferable, except for Eric Garcia, Araujo, Nico, Gavi, Pedri, Ansu Fati, and Ferran Torres. Those 7 Spanish players plus 1 Uruguayo are non-transferable for Barcelona. No matter what the other clubs offer, they won't sell him. But Dembele, well, Dembele doesn't count because he's going to be free in a month and a half. Frenkie De Jong, Dest, Jordi Alba, Piqué, Ter Stegen, all have a price. We talked about Piqué the other day saying, he's untransferable. If Man City bid 30 million euros for him, the club's going to accept it. This is the thing, right? So I think Frenkie De Jong has a future at the club. We won't sell him unless a ridiculous offer comes in, just like any other player. With the club situation right now, it is how it is. But Frenkie De Jong will stay. What we're hearing in the Spanish media is that he will stay. Xavi loves him. The board love him, and only a big offer would change the situation. But again, just the media attacking a foreign player. So wait and see what happens. But again, Frenkie De Jong's future is most likely going to be at Barcelona. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, the big one, the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. Yesterday, Mateu Alemany and Moussa Sissoko did have a meeting in Barcelona. Esport 3 came out saying that some contacts took place between Barcelona and Dembele's agent yesterday. The feelings were more positive than the last meeting, but the persistence of both parties continues to be far. The agent is willing to reach an agreement or at least negotiate at this point. Rack1 came out saying that the first contact between Dembele's agent and Barcelona is positive. Dembele's agent arrived in Barcelona ready to extend Dembele's contract or at least continue to negotiate. Dembele did not sign any contract with any club. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona and Dembele's agent met at a dinner last night. It's not a simple negotiation, but the economic positions are getting closer, and in the club, they hope to be able to reach an agreement has increased significantly. Fabrizio Romano came out saying a new meeting took place yesterday between Dembele's agent and Barcelona. Dembele has not decided about his future, but he is happy with Xavi, and Barcelona will try and find a solution to improve their bid. What's clear at the moment is that Dembele has not signed a pre-contract agreement with any other club. Although he could have a verbal agreement, for example, with PSG, Manchester United, whatever that may be, he's not put pen and paper on a pre-contract. And finally, Juan Martí came out saying that a new meeting between Barcelona and Dembele's agent has been confirmed and both parties are still willing to reach an agreement, and Barcelona are looking for a creative formula to improve their proposal just a tiny bit more. So it's looking like the club and Dembele's agent are both making an effort to make this renewal happen, very similar to what happened with Araujo. Both the club and the player made an effort for the renewal to happen. Looking back what happened in December, if you go watch my video, I laugh at it now watching it back. I still think the demands of Dembele are ridiculous. Apparently, there's still reports saying that, Dembele is asking for 20 million euros per season, and Barcelona right now are offering 8. That's still a big difference. That's 12 million euros in, difference there. That's not close whatsoever. But there is, the willingness from both parties to, reach an agreement, and that for me is good. I would renew Dembele, of course, on the club's term. I would not pay him the ridiculous amount of money if he's still asking for that, kick him out the door. But we've seen him fully fit under Xavi. He's a player who can be fantastic. And also, if he does leave, we have to go get another replacement for him. We gotta get Raphinha and someone else. That's going to cost a lot of money. It is cheaper for the club to renew Dembele. And that's why, in my opinion, the club are really pushing for this. And Xavi, man. Xavi behind the scenes right now is absolutely pushing the board to renew the contract of Dembele. According to reports, he told Joan Laporta, he pointed at his face, you better freaking renew Dembele, man. That is what he's saying, and that's why the club is going this extra mile after the breakdowns back in December. We'll wait and see. I think right now there's good harmony. That's the most important thing. But the agreement, in my opinion, is still far away. We'll have to wait and see. Gerardo Mero still said there's a 60% chance that Dembele does renew his contract. I think right now it's probably at 10%, in my opinion, as just, a random fan. But we'll wait and see. I would renew Dembele, but of course on the terms of the club. We'll wait and see what happens. It does look like there's some change in these two negotiations that's happening right now. But again, in the transfer market, anything can happen and only time will tell. The next and final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Dani Alves. Javi Miguel came out saying that Dani Alves has many chances of renewing his contract with Barcelona, though it will depend on the situation of both Serginho Dest and Cesar Azpilicueta. According to reports, if Azpilicueta comes in and Dest stays, Dani Alves' contract will not be renewed. And for me, that is ridiculous. Just renewing Dani Alves just to have him in the squad, have him in the dressing room, even have him as a backup option in the midfield and at the fullback position. For me, just keeping him at the club would be fantastic. But of course, Dani Alves wants to play. He wants to be part of that World Cup squad in November for Brazil. And I think if he's going to be the third choice right back, I think he will leave. But again, Azpilicueta's situation right now is very, very delicate, very, very unknown. We're still waiting for those new Chelsea owners to come in. And for me, I think it's kind of weird that we see Azpilicueta as a right back. I first see him more as a center back, and also I see him everywhere. Left back, right back, center back, wherever you want him in that back four, put him there and he'll put in a shift. So you could say, for example, you have Grimaldo and Jordi Alba left back, Dest Dani Alves right back, and there's Azpilicueta just everywhere, right? But we'll wait and see. The club want to have a structure, of course, and Dani Alves' future right now is still unclear. The club will not rush to renew his contract. The club will obviously wait alongside Dani Alves and wait and see what happens with Azpilicueta. If he comes in, Dani Alves' future is going to be very, very unclear, and if Dest stays as well. If Dest gets sold or if Azpilicueta does not come, Dani Alves will 1000% stay at Barcelona. We'll have to wait and see how this develops. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is about the presentation of the new home kit for next season. Joan Romero came out saying that Barcelona are working to present the new home kit for next season, 2022-2023, at some point in the first week of June. Remember last season for this current home kit, we had that big, ceremony. Then Ansu Fati and Ricky Puig came out wearing the kit. They want to do something similar to that, and it is scheduled right now for at some point in the first week of June. We'll have to wait and see. Very, very unlikely we will play this in that friendly again in Australia against the Sydney All-Stars or the Australian League All-Stars. I heard some reports about that. Some fans will say that it could happen. Very, very unlikely at the moment, as this will be presented afterwards, after that game happens. So we'll wait and see. The new kit will look nice. It's more so on the left-hand side of the screen. That gold with the Spotify looks very nice. Again, we are waiting for that sleeve sponsor. Most likely, it will be Polkadot, the cryptocurrency company. But again, it looks nice. It looks great. And we'll get to see it around the first week of June. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. And of course, leave your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know firstly about the Lewandowski move. Do you think now you're getting more optimistic that this deal can happen? Secondly, on Alex Grimaldo being the top priority in that left back position, what are your thoughts about that? Do you prefer Javi Galan, maybe one of those other options like Teles or Moreno or Tagliafico? Thirdly, on Frenkie De Jong, what is your price point to sell Frenkie De Jong this summer? 70 million, 80, 90, or personally 100 million euros? And finally, your thoughts on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele and whether or not it will happen. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.